welcome to Traveling with Diamonds. My name is Barry. I decided to do another WIP and trad. WIP stands for Work in Progress. Welcome. How are you? I have 51 subscribers. Yay! Thank you so much for that. I hope everybody's doing well. It is Tuesday the 23rd. I'm going to, let me try to get the light a little bit better there. I'm going to put this up on Saturday as my normal whip and chat. I know I said that I might not do one, but I really decided to take kind of today off from work because I didn't have a ton that needed to be done. And sorry, I was fixing my watch. Yeah, I decided to take today off because some personal reasons, and I didn't have a lot to do at work. I needed to clean my apartment and do laundry and stuff like that. Yeah, today I need to check my work emails, and kind of just make sure everything's going okay at work. But I didn't have anything. I finished everything on my list yesterday. So I decided and I had some extra vacation. So I decided to take today off to do the cleaning. And, I really wanted to finish up this diamond painting. If you can see right here, I have 2 sections left. Are those showing up? Yeah, 2 sections left. So, 2 small sections left too. These are not the normal 10 by 10. These are 10 by, 6, so they're almost half-size sections. I've been counting them as half-size sections. So these are, the 2 sections to finish this trimming the tree diamond painting, which I'll put a picture up that I took last night of this diamond painting so you can see it. And, I was just excited I've worked real hard on this diamond painting. I've really been into diamond painting the last few weeks. I was really slow when I started this one because of my surgery, but I've really gotten back and picking up the pace the last few weeks, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited to get this one done for Jingle Drills. And so today I thought, well, why don't I take the day off? I'll get some errands done. I'll get some stuff cleaned up, get ready for going to my dad's tomorrow. Make sure I have all the gifts and everything I need. So yeah, that's why I decided to do a whip and chat, because I thought I'd do it this morning. And we may not last an hour. It depends on what all I have time to talk about. But we'll see if we can get through one more of these sections. And then, at the, end, no matter how far we get today, I'll post a picture of the finished product at the end of this video. So, yeah, I'm so glad you're here today to watch me. I hope you had a wonderful holiday, because this will post after the holidays. Because I wanted to kind of get back on my normal schedule. I'm just filming it early. So yeah, I hope you're doing well. I hope you had, like I said, I hope you had a good holiday. This is a Munimade tray that we've been using the whole time. And I thank you for bearing with me and watching me diamond paint this same painting all month and for the last maybe 6 weeks. I know it might have just been, it might have been 6 weeks, yeah. That's about how long it's taken me to work on this one. So, I thank you for your patience and, not seeing my other whips. But I wanted to, make sure I got this one finished because it was my Jingle Drills entry. And we do have until the end of the year to get the jingle drills done, but now I can concentrate on some of my other WIPs I really wanted to get done before the end of the year. Because I'll have some more time off next week. And then I'll be able to, I just changed the putty in this, so it's like, it's a little, the putty's a little too, what's the word? It's a little too thick right now. So I push it down into the, I push it down a little bit and it won't be too thick. But I needed to change the putty out this morning. I've been up since 3. I'm still waking up early. But then I'm ready to go to bed at like 7. So, you know, I'll stay up naturally later. At my dad's, I'll be in the Eastern time zone, so it'll be a little different, but I'll stay up naturally a little later, and so sleep a little later, hopefully, so I'm not awake in the middle of the night while I'm at his house. But yeah, we're working on Trimming the Tree by Randall Spangler and Diamond Art Club. If you've missed the other WIP and Chats. Everything's shifting on me right now. I hope it's staying in frame. Everything's just kind of shifting. So let's just, okay. One thing about this WIP is I did run out of a color. So I will be finished except for when that one color comes next Monday. I ran out of this. Let's see if you can see it. Right here, you can see I ran out of the light fairy dust green color. And so I have sections over here, like off screen, and this section on this light bulb, that I think you can see a little bit of that don't have diamonds on them. So that's the missing fairy dust green. So I contacted Diamond Art Club because of course with Diamond Art Club you have the warranty if you purchase the kit from them or from Amazon and registered it, or from, you know, Walmart and registered it, or from, you know, any official third-party seller. If you get it from a D-stash, you do void the warranty. Well, gosh, let me drop my pen. It's the first time I've ever run out of drills in however many years. Oh, how many years have I been diamond painting? I think I've been diamond painting since, has it been? It's been almost 3 years I've been diamond painting. So, I've never run out of drills on a kit, but it happened this time. I really ran out. And, I just contacted Diamond Art Club and they got it shipped out pretty quickly. Within a couple days, and looks like it'll arrive Monday because, of course, the rest of this week is a federal holiday. So the mail is not going to run. I do have a package that I think I talked about last week or the week before where I bought the Jeremiah Kettner kitty cats and the Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend picture with the cat diamond painting. And I bought those on D-Stash on Facebook, DAC Fans D-Stash page. And they were supposed to be delivered Saturday, but they, I don't know, they've gotten kind of stuck around the Atlanta area. And I'm not real sure why, you know. I don't know if it got misscanned or got put on the wrong truck, or, you know, I really don't know, because usually when stuff goes through Atlanta, it shows up the next day in Huntsville here. And this didn't. So, you know, tis the holiday, there's extra volume of packages going through, so who knows what happened. It was last scanned in Fairburn, Georgia, which is like west of Georgia, but west of Atlanta. But it hasn't scanned in days. It just says running late. So, I don't think it's lost yet, but I don't know when it's going to be delivered. So hopefully it turns up after Christmas next week sometime. Because I don't want to go through the process of, claiming it and stuff like that. Especially with the destasher, because that's rough. I've had to do that before, sadly. So yeah, I hope that doesn't turn out that way. Hopefully they find it and it gets moving again. I just want it to scan again anywhere instead of just saying running late in transit. So we'll see. I think hopefully the I have ordered from this destasher before, and I think everything arrived okay. I can't remember how she packs. Like, I pack in a box. That I bought some boxes off Amazon. When I destash stuff, I pack off of a box, in a box, and usually do some. I trim the box down to the size I need. I have these long 5x5 by 36 inch boxes. I have some 4x4 by 24 for small kits. But I've destashed and quite a bit over the years, and I use a box. I can't remember how she does it. I can't remember if she wraps it in brown paper. I kind of think she wraps it in brown paper, but a label should have stuck pretty well to that, especially if she taped it down. So I don't think it's a problem of the label getting lost, because I did have that happen to some of the kits that I destashed and sent out, as I think the label fell off because they got really lost. And I had to go through like pirate ship and refund people, and that was no fun. But I did get my mystery box on Saturday, and it was Cyber Monday mystery box 1 and 2, so that video's up. I put that video up Sunday, so be sure to check that out. I was really, really excited by what I got in mystery box. 1 and 2, I'm keeping 3 of the kits. Spoilers, I got the Lubuka, I don't say that right, Cat Schemes, and I got Boundary Waters and a cat named Petunia. The ones I'm destashing was I've already destashed and mailed out the Witch and Dragons reading. And there's a mystery from Cheryl Baker. It's like mystery fantasy that I'm trying to destash. And I'm trying to destash my 2 mystery box 16 kits, which were Birch something and Pegasus. So I'm destashing those on the for now on the Discord server, the Crafters Den Discord server. When the DAC fans, when they come back from their holiday, you can't post while they don't have mods, their mods take a break, which I understand. So I'll post what's left on there. And I'm also destashing just a few things out of my out of the advent calendar, which that's where this cute little cover minder came from. This little Christmas sweater, Christmas jacket cover minder. So I kept the cover minders. I kept the 2 kits that came in it. And a lot of the other stuff I'm destashing for people who might want it more than I do. So some of that I've already sold and it's on its way to the people. So yeah, just that's how it goes. I think the reason why I bought that advent calendar was to get the cover minders and the kits, you know. So, and I got the advent calendar for a pretty good deal. So, you know, if I can recoup, I'm selling stuff pretty cheap. If I can recoup some money, I will. And yeah. What else? Let's see. So yeah, so so my WIP progress, we haven't made any more progress, but I think what I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna finish this kit today, obviously with these 2 sections and me taking the day off. I'll need a kit to take to my dad's. So I will probably take Home for Christmas, which is the Christmas kit that I started last year and didn't finish, and we'll see. It has 13 sections left, so we'll see if I can get a couple sections done while I'm at my dad's, and then maybe I can get some sections done on Christmas Eve or New Year's Day. And then we'll be that much closer to you know, starting our January kits. Like I put up a video about my January plans, and I do plan to do the Spangler houses that I have. I have one for each season. I don't have the trick or treat house because it just doesn't appeal to me. I mean, I love Spangler Halloween kits, but the trick or treat house doesn't appeal to me as much. So, but I have the I'm trying to think of what the names of the houses are. There's Autumn Magic, Some Enchanted Evening, maybe. Home is Where the Magic Is. And what's the 4th one? Springtime Splendor. So those 4 houses. So my plan is to do one every 3 months. So I'll start with the winter one, which I think is Home is Where the Magic Is. And I'll do that for January, February, March. Because these are big kits. And I'm hoping I can work in some small snack size kits too, just to kind of cleanse the palette of these big kits. And then in February, there's the folklores and I don't want to recap all of this. It's in the video, but you know, I have some events like the folklore and fairy tales event that Diamonds and Washi and Diamond Painting and Dr. Pepper and Diamond Painting, or Diamond Painting and Dr. Pepper, Kate and Katie are doing that event, and so I want to do one of my Disney kits for that. And I want to participate in Drills and Chills and Summer with the Masters and, you know, all those different events through the year. So it won't be just working on the Spangler houses, even though that could take up most of my time. And we'll see. Maybe I'll get burned out of them, and I won't do as much as I think I'm gonna do. But I enjoy Spangler kits so much. Like I've enjoyed working on this kit. I've enjoyed working on, you know, the other ones I've done. I've just really, really enjoyed them. So you hear the kitty. Molly's over here on the bed. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes next year. But yeah, be sure to watch that video. You can see all my plans and see the canvases and stuff. Then, so yeah, next week I'll be able to diamond paint some, I'll work some. I may take off, like I don't get New Year's Eve off, but I may take it off, especially if it turns out like my West Virginia work trip that I talked about in last week's WIP and Chat is probably going to be the 5th or 6th of January. So I may travel on the 4th, which is a Sunday. So those hours will go on next week because of the way our time works. So I may be able to take off New Year's Eve because of that. So next week I will start back with the trainer hopefully on next Friday for the new year. And I need to purchase, they're doing the classes a little differently at the gym. They want you to buy and register for the classes a month in advance. So because I want to start classes back on the 26th, I need to buy a package and book the classes, next week. So hopefully that works out for me. I do have these last minute travel things that come up, so hopefully Rebecca, the woman who owns the gym, can work with me when I can't make the class. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, on the 26th, I should get released to do more ab work and twist and stuff. So excited about that. I've been trying to walk and work out and stuff now that I'm released to start doing that again. So last Friday night, I went to a thing called the Galaxy of Lights. It's at the Botanical Gardens here, and they put up a light. They put up lights and have Christmas music and they have little vendors and stuff like that too for kind of alcohol and I think hot chocolate and things like that. I don't usually buy from the vendors, but it was a little cold. I wasn't dressed for how cold it was, unfortunately. Like, I had just chosen poorly with what I was wearing, and it was pretty cold. It was 30 something degrees, and I had just chosen poorly on my layers and my coat and not brought gloves, and like it was just a little chilly for me. And but I still enjoyed it. I ended up getting 10,000 steps that day, so that was exciting. But yeah, it was nice to walk it. They do have nights where you can drive it, but I like the nights where you walk it. They have nights you can bring the dogs and things like that, and that's kind of neat. Let's see. Let's see. Hi, kitty. I can't throw your ball right now. I'm doing a whipping shot, Wally. I can't throw your ball right now. I know you don't really speak English, but I can't throw your ball right now. So yeah, Friday, and then I watched Alabama play against Oklahoma for a little while in the college football playoffs. And I fell asleep. I didn't make it through the whole. I'm glad they won. I didn't make it through the whole. Didn't make it through the whole game. It was kind of a late game. And the way I've been waking up so early, I've been going to sleep pretty early, which I know is part of the problem. But, you know, it is what it is. And but I was glad they won. And then Saturday, I didn't do much. I diamond painted. I kind of watched the Miami. Who was it? Miami and Texas A&M football game. And that was an interesting game because the score was so low. And in the end, Miami won. I don't know who I wanted to win. I like it when the ACC can beat the SEC. So, maybe Miami. And I didn't watch the other games. I was just not interested in them. I knew basically that whoever it was, I forget, was going to beat the teams they were playing. So, then Sunday, I dressed up a little bit and went and saw Shucked, which is a musical. It was on Broadway. I have tickets. I have season tickets to the Broadway Theater League. And it was funny. It was laugh out loud funny. It was, I mean, the music was cute. The singers were great. It was really cute. It was a really cute musical. They had some zingers, you know, jokes. And it had a little bit of heart. It had a little bit of, you know, just, I don't know, it was good. It was good. I don't know how long it ran on Broadway, but I thought it was pretty good. And I decided to wear a dress, which I don't wear dresses very often, but I had a dress that I got from ThreadUp. And it was so nice to put on the dress, and it fits so well, especially after my surgeries. And it was just, I felt pretty. Did my makeup and my hair. And yeah, I went and saw that. And then golly, can you see that green section right there? It is 3 different colors of drills, and they look all the same color. Can you tell it on camera? Can you tell the different colors? I don't see the different colors. They look all the same color to me. There's shades of green in this kit that are very, 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 very close, if not the same color. Like I think 699 and 3818. I don't think I could separate them if my life depended on it, you know? Like they are the same color to my eyes. So you have to let me know if in camera you can see the different colors or if they're the same colors to you. So yesterday I went on a walk for my gal date this week for Real Roots. We don't have our weekly event because of the holidays, but you know, we're paired with a person in the group every week to go on a gal date with, and what we decided to do was go walk. It was my turn to schedule and plan, and I gave her some dates and said, do you want to go walk or get lunch or get coffee, you know? And she said, oh, let's go walk. So we walked around the park 3 times and walked for about an hour. And I did it yesterday during my lunch. And it was really good. It was good conversation. She's a little bit older than me, but that's okay. You can have friends that are older than you. You know, we have life differences, but you know, we still find things to chat about. And it was really good. And it started raining. Originally, I'd wanted to walk at 11:30, but she asked if we could go to 12:30, and I said, oh, that's fine. And I knew it was going to rain in the afternoon, but I didn't know how close. I thought it was going to rain at 4. But it did start raining, but it was really, really, really light rain. And I was wearing like a fleece, and I was fine. So we kept walking, and it kind of stopped. But it was nice. It was nice to get out and walk, and I gotta make sure I get out and walk today. I think it's gonna clear up a little bit. It's raining a little bit this morning, but I think it's gonna clear up in the afternoon. So I gotta get out and walk today. Maybe at the park, maybe. Well, we'll see. I just gotta keep moving. I'm still doing my ChatGPT workouts on Monday, Wednesday this week. So I did them on Wednesday, Thursday last week. And I like them. It's a pretty simple little workout, but it's what I need right now. And I'll do one before I leave tomorrow. I'll get going kind of early tomorrow. I'll do the workout really early, and then I'll get the car packed and get on the road by, I don't know, 6:30 or 7 is what I'm hoping. Mainly because that's when like Starbucks or Chick-fil-A will be open for breakfast. It's 6:30 or 7. So get some breakfast on the way. And then that should put me hitting Atlanta at 10, which should be past morning rush hour and hopefully before the noon rush when everybody gets off work. That'll continue all afternoon is what I'm thinking. So I'm hoping, well, it'll be 11. It won't be 10. It'll be 10:30 or 11 when I hit Atlanta. So, or 11:30. So it'll be close to that like noon for the people who work a half day, you know, on Christmas Eve. I think I'm going to get stuck in Atlanta traffic no matter what I do. I don't want to leave any earlier because I don't want to drive in the dark. But yeah, hopefully. And then yeah, hopefully it won't be too bad. Hopefully there's enough people taking the day off, and you know, if schools are out and federal holiday, and hopefully it won't be too bad cutting through Atlanta. My dad lives kind of an hour and a half southeast of Atlanta in a place called Greensboro, Georgia, near Lake Oconee, if you're familiar with Georgia at all. So, yeah, so I'm excited to go spend a little quiet Christmas with him. So I'll do the workout and then go to his house. I'm not real sure what we're doing on Christmas Eve. I don't know if he has a plan or not. We have a call tonight. Maybe he'll tell me what his plan is. I'm up for whatever, so. We don't really have, we have some Christmas traditions, like we usually eat sausage balls and cinnamon rolls on Christmas morning, and then usually some sort of beef on Christmas Day dinner, with some sides. It's been different things over the years. Different cuts of meat. Sometimes done on the grill, sometimes more of a roast. And my dad said something about macaroni and cheese, so he was probably going to make some macaroni and cheese. His mother's recipe, which is pretty good. Macaroni and cheese. And, yeah, and then usually on Christmas Day, we open presents, which won't take very long because it's just me and my dad, and we give each other a gift, and that's assuming my gift is not in Greenville, South Carolina, where he sent the rest of the gifts, which that'll be fine if it is. But I'll keep out my gift for him, and that won't take long because it's just the two of us. And we will watch the Disney Christmas Parade, probably. And then we were going to go see my sister and her kids and see what they got for Christmas, because they live in Atlanta. So, and then do our Christmas dinner. We may go see a movie. I don't know what movie we're going to go see if we go see a movie. I don't know. See, I've watched Zootopia and Wicked. I can watch Wicked again. So if he wants to see Wicked again, we can do that. Yeah, I can watch Wicked again. I don't know what else is out. What else is out that I would want to see? Like, I think the SpongeBob movie's out. I don't really care about SpongeBob. And then the 26th, I'm going to Athens to go shopping at a specialty shop that I've been wanting to try since I got surgery. And then have lunch or late lunch or brunch or something with my friend who lives in Athens, my college friend. So I went out Saturday. That is something I did Saturday, is I went out and got her a present because I was going to see her at Christmas. We haven't exchanged gifts in years, but I was like, well, since I'm going to see her at Christmas, I'll get her a gift. It's okay if she doesn't get me one. That's fine. It's fun to get people gifts. Fun to go shopping. So I went out and got a gift for her that I think she'll like. But Yeah, so we'll see that. And then on Saturday, we go to Greenville to where my brother lives. And my sister and her kids and so our whole family will be there. And I have 5 nephews and 1 niece. They range in age from 3 to 12. So it's a lot of energy. And I think Georgia Tech plays Saturday, so we may watch the game. While the kids play. Ooh, I've got a drill that popped up. Turn the other way, drill. There you go. There's been more color blocking in this bottom part than there has been in the whole there is some gapping. It's not real bad, but there's some gapping. Some of it's my placement. Try to fiddle with them a little bit, get them a little more straight. At my brother's house, we'll probably have, I think we're having lasagna, yeah, I think lasagna. That's what we've had the last few years, so I'm thinking we're having lasagna. My brother's a really good cook. And all the kids will open presents. So I have all my presents for the kids. Something I do, and they pretty much hate it. Is their whole lives, my nieces and nephews, I have gotten them books for their birthday and Christmas. I buy them books. And I give to their college funds. So that is what I've done since they were born, or since they were adopted, is I have gotten them books and college fund money. And so they are usually not super excited, especially the older ones, about what I'm getting them for Christmas. But I really wanted them to enjoy books. I really wanted them to be well read. I just think books are so important. I love getting books as presents. But so it comes from there, and I think, they wish they got toys and stuff like that. But my plan is that once they turn 13, I think, on their 13th birthday, I'm going to buy them a Kindle. And then I'm going to get them Amazon gift cards. And still contribute to their college funds. But, they don't see that money. They don't see that money. So they'll see it one day. But if I've given them, a decent little chunk every year, I'm not giving them a lot of money, but it adds up, in compound interest. It adds up over the years. And I actually need to remember today to write those checks and send in that money to for my brother has trusts for his kids for college, and my sister has, what are they called? The tax-free, college savings plans. And I can go online and give money to those. So I need to remember to do that today. That is something I need to do today. And, you know, like, do I feel bad that the kids don't like my presents all the time? Yes and no. You know, they get plenty of gifts of toys. You know, they get plenty of toys. So I don't feel like they're lacking for toys. But it's just something I plan to do with my nieces and nephews, and for better or worse, that's what we do. It's been what's happened for 12 years. Well, not 12 years. 10 years. 11 years. But it makes the gifts that I'm taking in my car very heavy, the box of gifts, because it's full of books. But I get a few little gifts from my sister's family and my brother's family, and my dad will get me something. And so that's exciting. Get a few little Christmas gifts. What are your Christmas traditions? What did you do this Christmas? If you did anything, if you celebrate. Or do you celebrate a different holiday? Do you celebrate? Are we still in Hanukkah? I apologize to my Jewish friends. Are we still in Hanukkah? Or is Hanukkah finished? 8 days, right? Wish I knew more about that. And then maybe you don't celebrate anything, and that's cool too. We had the winter solstice 2 days ago. So, you know, maybe you do some celebration with that. It was the shortest day of the year. The sun went down at like 4 something. Because I was trying to get a walk in, but I wasn't feeling it when I went to walk. So I just walked around the apartment complex once. The circle around my apartment complex is about 7/10 of a mile. So usually I like to do it twice, at least. I'm a pretty slow walker. It takes me about 20 minutes. It takes me about 15 minutes to do this 0.7 of a mile. So that's like a 20-something minute mile. And, but I'm out there to enjoy being outside and just to move and, and I do the same at the park. The park loop I do is probably about 7/10 of a mile because it kind of works out the same. Maybe it's a little further at the park. But because there 2 laps seems to be about 34 minutes. 35 minutes. Although 3 laps yesterday was closer to an hour. But chatting, we weren't walking very fast. We weren't walking very fast. You know, something I was thinking about was getting back into doing 5Ks. Maybe that's a goal. I've been thinking about, do I want to set goals for myself for 2026? And You know, maybe it's things like that, like do a 5K, like whether I walk it or, you know, I think I could probably jog a little bit. My knees and hips and hamstrings, you know, I'm 44. I have aches like a lot of people. But I think I could do okay running a little bit if I tried again. I've done it a little bit at the class I take. When we do outside stuff, she does have us run a little bit. So I might try to start looking for a 5K to do next year. I used to do 5Ks a lot, and they were fun. So I might think of a fun 5K that I could do next year. That would be a good fitness goal. Then we're almost done with this section, but it's taken us about an hour, so that makes sense. And then we'll have one section left that I'll probably go ahead and finish up, and like I said, I'll post a picture at the end of the video of the finished product here. But you know, I don't think this has been too boring a WIP and chat. Had things to talk about. I just didn't think I'd have anything to talk about, and I wouldn't have time to do it, but since I've taken the day off work, things worked out a little bit better. And it's still pretty early in the day. I think it is 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. So we'll get this edited, although WIP and chats I don't edit much. But I'll put the pictures in. And yeah. So what am I've been listening to, reading Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. They had we had the book club for it, and you know, people didn't like it, and I think I like it better than they liked it. But I read a lot of books that have like magic in them and stuff, and so I can suspend belief. I read a lot of like realistic fiction that has magic in it, so you know, and I don't know that they do. I do think the book is a little bit more explicit than it needs to be. It's a little more spicy than it needs to be, but that's the trend right now, I think. Is spicy literature. But I'm not sure I'm not sure how much it continued the story to be that explicit. I've heard she has another, B.K. Borison has another book. Natalie from Diet Coke and Diamonds said she had another book, and I forget what it's called. I'll have to look it up, but Natalie liked that one, so. But I'll finish this. I have 4 hours left in it, so I didn't finish it for the book club, but I do have some thoughts on what happens. It's just easy to tell where the story's going, but you know, there's still there's an unanswered question though. So we'll have to figure that out. Oh my gosh, table, I need you to be quiet. You squeak so bad. I got this craft table from Diamond Art Club. It's an old Joann's craft table. And it squeaks. I like it. I like I like that it's high. I like the size of it. But it squeaks. It moves and it squeaks. It's not the solidest, the most solid thing. It's not the most solid thing. So, got one section left. Let's put a few drills down on the one section and then I'll let you go. It's always so weird to pull up that last section of plastic. That last section of plastic. And use the last bit of drills. And then hopefully my green fairy dust drills will show up on Monday and I can really finish this kit. But yeah, so I have 4 hours left. I'm about 65% of the way through of so I will listen to it today during my walk probably, and then I don't know, sometime a little bit today maybe while I do some chores, and then I'll listen to it during the drive. I have a 5-hour drive, so I'll need another book to, so I'll probably try to finish The Court of Wings and, what is it? The Court of Wings and Ruin. I don't know how far I need to back up in that book to remember what happened, but I'm at 61%. I have 9 hours left of that book. It's not a long book. So that's kind of a goal to get through that book. Decide if I want to read the 4th book of the ACOTAR series. But I can always listen to podcasts and things like that if I'm just not having it. And I have what is it? Dungeon Crawler Carl, something like that. I have that because everybody talks about what a great audiobook that is. I have Dungeon Crawler Carl on audiobook. I bought that with a credit. So I can always turn that on if the Wings in Ruin isn't doing it for me. And catch up on podcasts otherwise. But yeah, I think I should set some goals for reading in the new year. Really want to read more, even if it's listening. I just want to read more. There's so much to read. And there's always a million books that need to be read. And I want to physically read some, to not do all of them on Audible. Read some on the Kindle. Then what I've been watching is YouTube. There's something really sad that happened. A YouTuber who I didn't subscribe to him, but I knew him through other YouTubers. He was kind of a Disney content YouTuber. He passed away. And yesterday. So that's shocking and sad. He was kind of, I never subscribed to him, but apparently he put up content like yesterday, or the day before. But yeah, he passed away. So that's sad in that YouTube sphere of the Disney content creators that I enjoy so much. So, and then I've been watching some of the holiday specials on Disney Plus, like the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special and the Prep and Landing and things like that. So but if you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave a emoji that signifies to you something about the new year? Either a goal of yours or just, you know, something, fireworks or, you know, whatever signifies the new year to you. 2026. I've now been in Huntsville for 6 years. Time flies. But so thankful that you're watching this today, and I'm so grateful for my subscribers. Be sure to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful, wonderful new year. And I hope you had a wonderful holiday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.